Could Taiwan stand a chance in a war with China? This provocative question isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's a pressing issue in global politics. Today we're going to unpack this complex topic, delving into the military capabilities of both Taiwan and China. We'll discuss their respective strengths and weaknesses, and how these factors might play out in a potential conflict. So, brace yourself. In the next few minutes, we will delve into the military capabilities of both nations to provide an insight into this complex question. China, being the largest country in East Asia, has a formidable military. It's not just about the size of the country or the number of people, it's about the sheer strength and technological prowess that China's military possesses. From a standpoint of manpower, China's People's Liberation Army is the world's largest standing army, boasting more than 2 million active troops. This vast human resource provides China with a significant edge in any potential conflict. But the might of China's military doesn't stop at manpower alone. The Chinese military is also heavily invested in cutting-edge technology. Over the past few decades, China has made significant strides in developing advanced weaponry and military systems. From stealth fighters and hypersonic missiles to state-of-the-art naval vessels and cyber warfare capabilities, China is at the forefront of military technology. This technological edge adds a whole new dimension to their strength, making them a formidable force on the global stage. In addition to technology, China has vast resources at its disposal. With the world's second-largest defense budget, China has the means to invest heavily in military infrastructure, research, and development. This financial power allows China to continuously upgrade and modernize its military forces, keeping them ready for any potential confrontation. Recent advancements and investments in military technology underscore China's commitment to maintaining and expanding its military might. For instance, the development and commissioning of the Type 055 destroyer, one of the world's largest and most powerful warships, is a testament to China's naval prowess. Similarly, the advancement in hypersonic missile technology puts China on par with the world's most advanced military powers. Clearly, China's military power is substantial. However, to fully understand the potential outcome of a conflict, we must also examine Taiwan's capabilities. In the next scene, we will delve into the strength and resilience of Taiwan's defenses, offering a balanced view of the potential standoff between these two East Asian powers. Despite being significantly smaller, Taiwan has developed an impressive defense system. Let's delve into the heart of Taiwan's military strength, its manpower, technology, and resources. Taiwan's military personnel number around 180,000, a force that, while smaller than China's, is highly trained and fiercely patriotic. This is a force that understands the stakes and is ready to put their lives on the line to protect their homeland. Moving on to technology, Taiwan's defense is no slouch in this arena either. They are armed with some of the most advanced weaponry in the world, thanks to their alliances with technologically advanced nations such as the United States. Advanced F-16 fighters, Apache attack helicopters, and Patriot missile defense systems are just a few examples of the top-notch military hardware in Taiwan's arsenal. Taiwan's resources, both natural and strategic, are also a significant part of its defense. Taiwan is rich in natural resources including coal, natural gas, and limestone, which can be utilized in times of conflict. Moreover, Taiwan's strategic geographic location cannot be overlooked. The Taiwan Strait, a body of water separating Taiwan from mainland China, serves as a natural defense barrier. This strait, often rough and treacherous, can prove to be a significant obstacle for any invading force. In addition to all of these, Taiwan's alliances play a crucial role in its defense strategy. The United States in particular has been a long-standing ally of Taiwan, providing it with significant military support and defense commitments. There are also a number of other nations around the world that, while not officially recognizing Taiwan due to diplomatic pressures, would likely come to its aid in a conflict situation. While it may seem that Taiwan is dwarfed by China's military, their strategic advantages and alliances should not be underestimated. Taiwan's defense system, bolstered by its technology, manpower, geographic location, and international alliances, forms a formidable barrier against potential aggressors. It reminds us that size isn't everything when it comes to military strength. It's strategy, alliances, and the will to defend that truly count. So, how do Taiwan and China match up militarily? In terms of sheer size, China's military outnumbers Taiwan's by a significant margin. With over 2 million active personnel, China has the largest military force in the world. Taiwan, on the other hand, is a smaller island nation with a military force of just under 200,000. However, the size of a military isn't everything. Taiwan has been preparing for potential conflict with China for decades, and has developed a highly specialized, technologically advanced defense system. It's focused on asymmetrical warfare, which aims to level the playing field against a larger adversary. China's military strength is not only in numbers but also in its technological advancements. It has been investing heavily in modernizing its forces, with a focus on cyber warfare, space capabilities, and advanced missile systems. When it comes to strategies, the two nations' approaches are markedly different. China, with its numerical superiority and advanced weaponry, would likely opt for a quick, overwhelming invasion. Taiwan, on the other hand, would aim to hold off Chinese forces long enough for international intervention, using its advanced anti-ship and anti-aircraft systems to make any invasion costly for China. In terms of possible outcomes, it's a complex picture. A swift victory for China is far from guaranteed. Taiwan's military is well prepared, and the island's challenging terrain would pose significant obstacles to an invading force. Furthermore, any conflict would likely draw in other nations, changing the dynamics considerably. On the flip side, Taiwan would face an uphill battle in a prolonged conflict. China's military might and resources are vast, and without significant international support, Taiwan could struggle to hold out. In conclusion, while China's military might is formidable, Taiwan's specialized defenses and strategic location make it a tough nut to crack. The outcome of any conflict would depend on a multitude of factors, including the strategies employed, the timing, and the involvement of other countries. As we can see, the question of who would prevail in a conflict is not as straightforward as it may seem. A potential conflict between Taiwan and China would undoubtedly have global implications. Let's dive into this. The geopolitical shockwaves from such a conflict would reverberate far and wide. Asia, the political and economic powerhouse of the 21st century, would be at the epicenter, but the ripple effects would touch every corner of the globe. Firstly, the United States, a long-standing ally of Taiwan, would face a significant decision. Would it stand by its ally and risk a larger-scale conflict with China, or would it opt for a more diplomatic approach to prevent escalation? This could potentially strain US-China relations, already delicate, to a breaking point. International organizations would also be thrust into the spotlight. The United Nations, for instance, would be pressured to mediate and prevent the conflict from escalating. But with China being one of the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council, this could lead to a stalemate, further complicating the situation. Moreover, the world economy would also feel the tremors. China is the world's largest exporter of goods, while Taiwan is a global leader in semiconductor production. Any conflict could disrupt these supply chains, leading to global economic instability. Then there's the potential for a domino effect in the region. Other nations in the Asia-Pacific, many of which have their own territorial disputes with China, would be closely watching the situation. A conflict could potentially embolden these nations to take a stand, leading to a chain reaction of disputes and conflicts. Europe too would be pulled into the fray. European nations would be forced to take sides, potentially causing a rift within the European Union. NATO could be called upon to support its Pacific allies, further escalating the situation. Finally, let's not forget the human cost. Millions of lives would be at risk, not just in Taiwan and China, but also in neighboring countries. The refugee crisis that would likely ensue could be one of the largest the world has ever seen. The stakes are high, not just for Taiwan and China, but for the entire global community. So, could Taiwan stand a chance in a war with China? It's a complex question, isn't it? We've delved deep into the military capabilities of both nations. China, with its colossal military might, seems to have the upper hand. Its vast array of modern weaponry, burgeoning naval power, and robust cyber capabilities are certainly formidable. Contrastingly, Taiwan, though smaller, has demonstrated resilience and ingenuity in its defenses. Its strategic geographic location, advanced missile systems, and dedicated armed forces are key factors that could potentially offset China's numerical advantage. We've compared and contrasted these aspects, and it's clear that the scales are not entirely one-sided. Yet it's important to remember that war is not solely determined by military strength. It's a multi-dimensional chess game where strategy, diplomacy, and global alliances play crucial roles. We've also touched upon the global implications. A conflict between China and Taiwan would not exist in isolation. It would ripple across the globe, affecting international relations, global economies, and the delicate balance of power that exists today. While we cannot predict the future, understanding the military capabilities of both Taiwan and China helps shed light on this critical question. Yet, it's also a reminder of the importance of diplomatic dialogue, negotiation, and peaceful resolutions. We must remember, war isn't just about who can win, but the tremendous cost that comes with it.